Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. My name is Ami. I am your Mystic Rugrat, and this is the Amiverse. Y'all, I am here with a special guest this evening. Hey, welcome in, Bigo Tarot. How you doing tonight?
Hello, my love bugs. Hello, everybody.
Yes, look, this is my dear friend. We've been doing a lot of digging and research behind the scenes. As you can tell by the thumbnail, we are here this evening to talk about the disappearance of Naziah Harris. Naziah Harris is a 13-year-old young lady based out of Detroit, Michigan. Um, Naziah has been missing for over a year, you all. There's a lot to this story, a lot of background here, and we're just here to present what's going on, present how we feel about what's going on, and try to get some answers spiritually on what happened to Naziah Harris. Naziah, as I said, she grew up in Detroit, but not in such a great family. This family has a past and a culture of incest. This is a trigger warning, okay? Y'all, we are going to be talking about heavy, graphic things of sexual nature. Please do not have children around listening to this broadcast or any other ones to come in regard to Naziah Harris. So what I just want to do, y'all, because look, I'm nervous. This shit got me, child. I've been losing sleep. What I'm going to do right now, y'all, is just, and with the help of my friend over here, we're just going to tell you guys the story just to start off. And then we're just going to see where it goes, y'all, because we really just don't know what the hell, but we know we got to speak and we got to say something. Welcome in, Shayla. But yes, Bigo Tarot, look, Mama, say you can jump in whenever, say whatever. This
No,
this is your show tonight too, Mama, okay?
you're starting off good. Okay.
But what we know, okay, Naziah Harris went to school on February 9th.
January.
Sorry, January 9th. Thank you, sis.
Mm-hmm.
January 2024. And she did not come home. And the last person that was seen with Naziah was Jarvis Butts, who is also being prosecuted for R wording her and multiple other little girls. This Jarvis smut, nigga ass bitch, he loves fucking on little children. He has given children STDs. His child an STD. Y'all, this is a trigger warning, y'all. I'm telling you, this is some heavy stuff. Jarvis is in a relationship with Naziah's aunt, okay? This aunt name is Shannon. Now, not to just, I'm gonna spare y'all the details right now. I'm gonna just give y'all a rough view because y'all know how I get. Whew, child, this is hard talking about because just, girl, you just want to chew through your motherfucking gums.
Oh,
Whew, let me take a deep breath.
yeah, just breathe.
Jarvis is in a relationship with Naziah Harris's aunt, who lives in the house on and off with the grandmother who is taking care of Naziah Harris, okay? Naziah Harris was ultimately orphaned. Her mother dealt
Not
with,
so. Sorry, Mama. I'm sorry. Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Her mother dealt with the same traumas that unfortunately Naziah and her other cousins and any other morsel of a feminine energy that this bitch ass nigga could come around, he wanted to stick his fucking dick in, like the sick fuck that he is, right? So her mother dealt with the same things. Like this is like a perpetual thing that has been happening generationally throughout the family. But anyway, girl,
Breathe.
girl, I can't. Like I okay, let me calm down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jarvis is in a relationship with Shannon, who is Naziah's aunt, right? And she lives in the house with Naziah's grandmother, who is Naziah is in custody of her grandmother, right? Because her mother, like I said, dealt with a lot of things that Naziah went through, you all. So unfortunately, it got the best of her. She left home at an early age. She couldn't deal with trauma. She started doing drugs. So ultimately, Naziah's grandmother, her aunt, this immediate family is all she knows. So she's missing. She's gone. And what we found out is that her and Jarvis had a relationship, if we want to call it that. Welcome in, everybody. I see y'all. Welcome in, family. Thank y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, okay? Um, there was an inappropriate relationship with them, and all the details that have come to the light, not only me and Bigo Tarot, but others are led to believe that the family knew about it. Now, this little girl is missing, but there has been evidence found nearby. Okay. Now, supposedly, Jarvis took her to an auto shop. Okay. Jarvis works at an auto shop. He was actually a co owner to the auto shop. Sis, do you know the auto shop's name?
No, I know the previous one was Frank's. I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay. So he had a history of working at other shops as well. The previous one was Frank's. We don't know the name of the most recent auto shop, but he was a mechanic. Okay. And he would take him and his nieces up to the auto mechanic shop to clean up. Well, they weren't cleaning up. They were having relations with Jarvis. And Jarvis is a 42-year-old man. Okay. So there's a lot here. I've watched the preliminary, so is Bigo Tarot. And we just have a lot of thoughts. We have a lot of questions, y'all. And we want to get into it. Okay. The body has not been found. So we need a body. We need answers. Okay. Y'all, this is a lot. My hands are sweating, they're clammy. I'm pissed. I'm saddened. I'm disheartened. I feel a lot of emotions because this right here is crazy. Me and my sis on this panel, we have lost so many hours of sleep within the past week because this will consume you. And I think the reason being is because we can all relate in some sense, or we know somebody that has been through something similar. And this is a generational curse that needs
Absolutely.
to be broken. So, do you have anything to add to that, sis? Because I know I did not explain everything. I do have some notes here, y'all, and we're just gonna, I guess, go through our notes and go from there, sis. How's that sound?
That sounds perfect. You wanna start at the top from when she was at school? Or do you
Yep. Let's
that's
start
what
from the top. You go ahead and explain that to them if you can. I'm gonna take a sip of water.
okay. So it was a lunch woman, my loves. It was a lunch woman who said that that day that Naziah was there most of the times that Naziah is bubbly, she's happy, she's making people laugh, all these how she normally is. But on the day of January 9th, the lunchwoman said that Naziah was very down. She was down, she was not herself. The lunch lady had asked her what was wrong, and Naziah said nothing. Fast forward to a couple of hours later, Naziah had went to a teacher and was on the floor and asked to speak to a counselor. Well, the counselor wasn't there that day, so Naziah didn't get any help from the school. So we're going to fast forward to when she gets on the school bus to go
Okay.
home. So go ahead, Mama.
No, I said okay. You go ahead, and then I'll pick up from um the shop and whatnot. Go ahead.
Okay, so because well, you're going to have to jump in because this is where we both have because my loves we have been wrecking our brains for almost a week over this. So she gets on the school bus. Now there's pictures surfacing. I wish I would have had the pictures, my loves, but there's pictures surfacing of Naziah getting off the school bus and walking past somebody's camera, right? But
Right.
Naziah's aunt and her grandmother testified that they live 5 minutes from the school bus stop and 5 minutes from where Jarvis and his his partner Cordell have the auto body shop at. So this is where myself and Ami come up. Now, did she go in their house? I believe strongly she did go inside that house
Hmm. I agree. I
because
agree. Oh, and before you keep going, sis, I
go
left
ahead.
the part out, y'all. I'm sorry, my brain is everywhere.
What part?
Nazaya was expected, or yeah, expected to be pregnant. Okay, so she's pregnant. She's been dating this man. She's a 13-year-old girl. Okay, but she's been in relations with this 42-year-old man at least for 2 years at least. But we know that we have evidence to show that it was more. Okay,
Yeah.
we have evidence to show that it's way longer because there was a situation with CPS in 2017. Okay, so she was ultimately with this man, dating this man from the age of 9 to 13
Yes.
years old.
Mm-hmm.
So we think that this is the motive. Not only do we think this, but of course, the prosecution. I mean, this is the motive, right? Her body being gone. I mean, she's gone, and they said every day. And go ahead, continue, sis. My bad. You go ahead. You go ahead.
All right, because I might forget some stuff. So, now this is where you and I had piggyback off of. Now, this is our theory. Now, that day, well, going to that night, they never called 911. They never went to go look for her. And I believe she went inside that house. Ami, wasn't there text messages saying, "Do I
Yeah,
go to the shop?"
there was text messages. Okay, so there was text messages allegating, I need an abortion. I need a plan B. I need something. Like, gym is becoming very uncomfortable for me. I'm trying to get an A in my classes. This is, messing with my grades. My stomach is hurting. Okay.
Yep.
Um, and there's text messages between her and Jarvis. And I'm just, putting it in my own words, y'all. But the text message, there's proof out there. And I actually have screenshots as well. Please leave a comment down below if you all, would like me to curate a more, explanatory video. However, I will link down Nick at Night, because when I tell you she has a 5-hour video, that when I tell you she went to work on putting all these clues together, it has everything you will need to know and want to know about this case in that 5-hour video. But ooh, child, I forgot where I left off at.
I have the date for you. It was November 27th, 2024 was when that video was when the text messages allegedly that he wrote was
Mm.
on November 27th, when she was complaining that Jim is coming too much. It started to be too much. She asked for the plan B on September 16th, 2024.
So she had been telling him this whole time,
Yes,
and they said that she was roughly around 5 months.
yes, absolutely. So let's walk through it, sis.
Let's walk through it.
In the text messages, she asks, "Do I meet you at the house or the auto body shop?" Right?
Right, the house or the shop.
Okay. He picks her up. Then him and Cordell, because him and Cordell are together.
Correct.
They see her walking, but where do they see her walking from?
Oh,
That was
and
that. Go ahead.
business partner. My bad.
Yes, Cordell is a business partner, aka King. They see her walking down the street towards, I believe, the shop, and they
Yeah,
pick her up. But contrary to what they're saying with those text messages of her saying, and her clothes was changed, my loves. Her clothes was changed because the clothes that they have in evidence is not the clothes that they show on that footage, that
correct.
or the footage or the clothes they have in evidence. Those are not the same clothes. So my theory, I mean, I don't, this. We spoke about this on the background. She did go in their house to where she changed into that red jumpsuit, and it
Right.
was a black jacket.
Correct.
Okay, the black jacket. Because the way she's walking down the street, for anybody, if you haven't, Ami does have the pictures, and I'll put them up on my page. But she's walking with her hands in this Hey Arnold sweatshirt. They
Yes.
have pictures of her in school with that Hey Arnold sweatshirt, and if you could see, I mean, it's a little bit pixelated, but you can tell that it is that same Hey Arnold sweatshirt that she had on in school that day.
Right. On the bus.
The clothes that she changed into, there's no pictures of. Absolutely none.
Right.
So our theory is she went to the house. I believe she left out the house. As she's walking out the house and she's walking down the street, that's when Jarvis sees her and tells King, there goes my niece. They pick her up. Now, they're fixing a Jaguar, which the Jaguar belonged to his I hate to say big mom, his child's mother, his son's mom. So they fixed the Jaguar, and I believe King said during trial that they called his son's grandmother, and said, "How do you plan on getting a car?" And she said, "Tow it," but he said to save her some money, himself, Jarvis, and Naziah had drove to her house, which is
Right.
about half an hour to 45 minutes away from the shop.
Mm-hmm.
They were there talking. Cordell's sister had to go had to go get some money. They all spoke and said their hellos. Everybody asked who Naziah was. Or no, I'm sorry, I apologize. Jarvis said, "This is my niece."
Right.
Compensated about whatever they was going to compensate about. Time goes on, but Cordell is on one of those trackers, so he had to be in by 9 o'clock, I
Yep.
believe.
He was allowed to be out as early as 6 a.m., but had to be in the house by 9 p.m. due to a previous case because he loves to beat on pregnant women. So, birds of a feather flock together.
Absolutely. So boom, we fast forward to that. Jarvis, no, not Jarvis. King says they get back to the shop around 8:30. He said he left by 8:45. Boom. So he goes out of it. Then it is alleged, I have not found it yet, that Jarvis and Naziah was at a hotel between 9:30.
Yeah. Now let's back it up a little bit, though. Let's
Okay,
back.
go ahead.
Okay, because they say a lot has happened in these small little amount of hours. Okay, so two witnesses seen Naziah at the shop. Um, Hold on. Let me get my. Okay, Jarvis's sister, which I do not know her name. Do you know her name, sis?
Yeah, that's Tijuana.
Tijuana. Okay. She
But
came to the shop for drivers to look at her car, and she said she witnessed a young, small girl getting out of the truck to go to the gas station. Now, the gas station is across the street, I'm assuming, from the shop. Um,
um, it's they said it's the car wash, the garage, then the gas station. It's all like down. Mm-hmm.
okay. She says Jarvis's sister says she calls one of Jarvis's baby mothers to tell her about what she saw. Why? Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna just go through the facts. She says baby mother then tells her of an inappropriate incident that happened on Valentine's Day with a young person. She said, well, after that, she didn't call the police after that though. She waited some time, right?
Yeah, she didn't make that report until February. Let me go to her. I can tell you when she made that report. It was in February. It was February 26th.
So this was after everyone knew that this little girl was missing. You waited all the way to the next month, to the end of the month, damn near March, to make a report, knowing the previous actions of your brother. Because let me read this to y'all. Okay. Jarvis Butts, 42. He was born November 21st, 1982. he is being charged the first degree premeditated M word, second degree criminal S conduct, child S abuse activity. Jarvis was previously in prison 10 years for assault, misconduct with a little person under the age of 12, y'all. Under the age of 12 years old. Okay? So, knowing this about your brother, one, fuck calling a baby mama. You messy as fuck. One, ew, disgusting, very distasteful. I don't like you. Why didn't you call the cops?
That's
Knowing damn well your brother's
oh,
my bad. Knowing damn well your brother look, I'm getting mad. Knowing
it,
damn well your brother is a pedophile. Why wouldn't you call the cops? Why would you call the baby mama to gossip and then wait a whole month and some change? That didn't sit right with me. Okay. What else I got here? Uh,
remember when when Naziah had opened the door and they had spoke about the light?
go ahead, sis. Tell me about that.
All right. So during the preliminary trial, they actually, and this is the only woman, let's make this clear. Now, Naziah's aunt, her grandmother, and plenty other people had got on that stand. But Tawana she was the only one that was, she cried. And that woman's getting threats right now too. But
Yeah.
anyway, she said, because the, what is it called? The defense had asked her, how did you know that somebody was in there? She said, well, I noticed it because the light popped on. When you open up the truck doors or a car door, the light pops on because they was trying to basically eat her story up alive over that. But we all know when you open up the door, if your inside lights are working, it will pop on. She said after that, did we start walking down the street with Naziah yet?
No, because, girl, this is what I'm confused about. Now I'm feeling like I'm catching her up in a lie because, or maybe I just got my times wrong because if I remember correctly, she said she got there around 4 and she
Yeah.
waited a while and it ended up getting dark.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't go right to the shop. They went to go to the sister's place
Well,
later
no,
in the evening.
that was later in the evening. She said that she was there from 4 until 6, and Cordell testified that they didn't leave the shop until about 7:30.
Okay,
So
okay,
she's doing pretty good.
okay. So January 9th through January 10th, Jarvis books a hotel room. Now, this is a hotel that he frequented at. The people know him there. He actually lived there off and on, the streets are saying. I cannot confirm that, but that's what the streets of Detroit is saying. Okay. Um, so 9:30 p.m. he checks into the hotel. And there's receipts, y'all, out there to confirm this. He didn't check out until the next day at 12:30 p.m., which is January 10th. Naziah is seen with him going into the hotel, but they never seen her coming out. She just she just gone. Just gone. No trace, no nothing, no explanation, no nothing. But we're led to believe that the clothes was planted.
I agree because if Jarvis comes out of, well, you know what? Let's go back. Let's reverse real quick because we're jumping ahead too much.
Okay.
So let's go back to at 6 o'clock. Um, Annette asks, she sends one of the children in to ask, is Naziah home yet? But this is where they get caught up in a lot of lies.
And Annette is the grandmother, y'all. Annette is the grandmother that had custody of Naziah.
Yeah, her adopted mother. She adopted her in 2016. So Annette sends one of the children in. What child? We don't know. We just know that it's a minor child. She sends a minor child in to see if Naziah is there yet. Sharon says no. And then Sharon, which is the aunt, the
Mhm.
Michelin twins. I'm sorry, because Sharon is a twin, and I call them the Michelin twins. So she calls her twin and to see if she said I called Marquita. The twins are Sharon and Marquita. She calls Marquita, I guess to say that Naziah is not home, XYZ. Then she asks her mom, should we call the police? The grandmother says no. Go to the next morning. Allegedly. Mm-hmm.
She said no because
Yeah.
she's probably outside getting some dick. That's what her grandmother said. She told she told her daughter no because she's probably outside getting some dick. How is a 13-year-old outside getting some dick? And if a 13-year-old oh child, if she's outside getting some dick, didn't she learn it from a motherfucker? And why would you say something like that to your grandbaby about your grandbaby?
Absolutely.
This family is a trip, y'all.
It's a
This
mess.
trip.
It's a mess. All right. So fast forward to the next morning. Allegedly, Annette goes up to the school and says Naziah is missing. They didn't call Detroit Police Department, DPD. They spoke to Detroit School Police, DSP,
Right.
which blows me because why would you have DSP take care of a missing person situation? I understand alert the school, yes, but what about call 911?
That should have been after the 911 call, and you should have made that 911 call. What, an hour after you realized that your baby wasn't home?
Absolutely. Um, so go ahead. This is what starts. Well, the trailblazing of her missing did not start until February because when the school police was dealing with everything was at a slow momentum. They said that Annette and Sharon had to be told to put out the flyers of Naziah. Now, this is everybody who knows me. I am a grandmother. There's no way that anybody's going to have to tell me to put out flyers of my missing grandchild. The neighbor said that nobody has even knocked on the door from the Harris family to see if somebody has seen Naziah. And this is not alleged. This is people were jumping in chats.
Yes. Y'all, so look, yeah, let's get into that. The family, everything that we're telling y'all, and everything I'm about to tell y'all, and that Bigo Tarot is about to tell y'all. Because y'all, I have 3 pages full of facts. Girl, she got more than me, okay?
I
Um,
got and
child, family is messy. Okay, this is what it's giving y'all, because we got to tell you the energy. It's giving back neck, black neck, fat neck of the woods, okay? Swamp possum with the mumps assholes, um, fried with Crisco. Uh, don't eat motherfucking vegetables. It's giving Section 8 for millenniums. It's giving poor hygiene. It's giving gutter bucket, back of the woods, nasty ass family. They be fucking on each other, okay, playing house since been playing house, generations of incest. They're the loud neighbors that you hate. Got the music up loud all the goddamn time. The grandmother is a holy sanctified asshole, but she's really a liar and she's really a fucking witch. And the child then effed and sucked on the kids and showed the kids how to eff and suck on each other and implemented some type of worship in Jesus and Christ into that, you know, because this is a biblical holy family, child. They pray every morning before the kids go to school.
don't
Okay.
forget
Given the mama be brainwashing all the motherfucking kids because everybody's looking at her like we doing everything for her and her motherfucking glory. She keeps a chain on the motherfucking refrigerator, y'all. She fosters children. She be running up motherfucking government cheese checks. And I think she dancing in the bed with the motherfucking people too, allegedly. Because how do you have all these CPS calls? Your family even making CPS calls for years, over
For
20 years, and nothing's
for
ever. And then
for
40 years, these people have had 40 years worth of cases with CPS. So this started before that. This is generational, nasty, occultic,
hmm
ancestral. This is a demon. This is a demon. And sad to say, this is not just Nazia's family. This is touching a lot of us because this is hitting home for a lot of us. What's being revealed in this case is shit that will and that has been and will probably continue to be swept up. You see my light flickering?
Yep.
Will be swept under the rug for more generations to come and more generations to come. We all got a nasty, pervy ass, no good ass, nasty ass dick of an uncle, and we don't say shit. Still making plates for him at the motherfucking family reunion. Don't say a goddamn motherfucking thing. Introduce your kids to them. Go over to their house and shit. You cooking alongside a Big Mama because that's her son.
Yep.
It fuck Big Mama. If that's what she letting happen, it's time to break this curse, y'all. But let's go through these random facts, okay?
You talk about her cussing the babies out because they didn't ask her for socks last night and praying and cussing and telling them. This is on Facebook. It's on YouTube, my loves. You can go find it if you have not seen it. But she's a God fearing woman. Now, go ahead, because I'm about to lose my religion.
Girl. So here's just random facts. And then we're going to get into some cards, okay? There's a cousin that came out online. It says cousin comes out speaking on how Shannon and Marquita used to have relations with her in between the age of 6 years old and 12 years old. So,
Sierra.
huh?
Sierra. That's Sierra.
Sierra, the cousin Sierra, came out and said that Shannon and Marquita, the twins, would up on her when she was a child. And this was revealed on 7 Mile Podcast, okay? There's incest. Incest is the culture and the family. I already said that. Multiple of Annette's children. Annette is the grandmother, y'all. I have a whole family tree here too, y'all. Like when I say we've been putting in work. So Annette is the grandmother, okay? So Annette has multiple children that ran away. So there's multiple children that we don't even fucking know about because they don't want to be found.
I
Um,
have ages too. Sis, let me find them for you. Go ahead, finish talking. I have the ages.
oh,
What?
not children for y'all grown. Um, and then I have another note here. Nazia's mom, she ran away at 11 years old and got pregnant. She then got pregnant with Nazia and took her back to her abuser, aka Annette. Annette used to abuse Nazia's mother. Sexually. Do you feel me? And she also used to give her to her husband as well. And not just her, everyone. They was all ucking on each other. I can't put it any other way, y'all. CBS was called over 50 times. 50. Annette was also abused by her parents. Annette had her kids sleeping with her husband. I already said that. Natalia's mom is by her own father. Or sorry, did I say that right?
Yeah, it's by her grandfather. Nazia is
Her grandfather, yes.
And Nazia's mom's name is Chanel, or they call her Lady.
Okay. I also have a note here, talking about how I felt like there was a cult like structured centered around Annette. It seems like they worship her. Nazia's mom did come to Annette and tell her about the abuse. And sis, please tell the audience what Annette told Nazia's mother.
I can't remember what did. I just remember what Nazia's mom said. I remember that. All I can remember is Nazia said they got me, and now they got my baby.
Mm. Girl, said Annette said back to Nazia's mom when she told her about the abuse. She said, "What are you telling me for? Why you ain't just let him do what he wanted to do?"
Yes, yes. Talking about her father. When she
Yeah.
went to tell her mother that her father was touching her, Annette did say to her mom, "What do you want me to do? Why you didn't just do what he asked you to do?" So you know.
So
Whew.
let's talk a little bit about Shannon. Okay, Shannon is the aunt who was dating Jarvis, the abuser. Now, Shannon was clearly jealous of Nazia. There was that dynamic going on as well. There's multiple videos of Nazia online, like you know how you do the videos or whatever on TikTok or whatnot, and you sing it to a song, whatever. And she, there was a lot of love songs, a lot of songs like pointing to where it seemed like she was sending shots at her auntie, basically, like, this is my man. I look better than you. There was one song she was saying we're gonna have. It was saying we're gonna have some pretty babies or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
it's this is some heavy stuff, y'all.
Well,
Um.
I have I have what I found out that Jarnell, the cousin, had said. Wait a minute, sis, hold on one second.
Okay.
Over.
And the family, Shannon and Nazia were pregnant at the same time, living in the same house. May I add? Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff, right? Um. But see, what's also alarming about this, y'all, is that I told y'all 50 times CPS was called, right? Back in 2017, CPS had already been contacted in regards to Jarvis and Nazia's relationship from other family members, but nothing was ever done. And I have you looking at the CPS and, the system, like, what the fuck we got going on? And we know how they get down.
The system kept on saying they didn't have enough evidence. But you got to look at let's rewind a little bit back to Annette with her children.
Mm.
I think it was Kiwana. I don't want to mix Kiwana up with Jernell, but I believe it was Jernell if I'm not mistaken. So Annette's first child, they didn't know what age their child was that ran away. They just said a young age. They said the second child stayed home until about 17 or 18. The third child, which is, excuse me, Nazia's mom, she ran away at 13. The fourth child ran away at 16. The fifth child ran away when she was 17 or 18. And then you have the Michelin twins. They're with Annette still to this day. It seems
Yeah,
like they're the only ones who did not run away.
yeah, those are the ones that, like, what they say, hook, line, and sinker. She
Yeah.
got them. Oh, sis, the name of the motel?
Mm-hmm.
Park Crest Inn Motel.
All right, let me write that down.
Park Inn family. That's the name of the hotel that we were talking about previously that Jarvis had frequented. And that's the hotel that he took Nazia to on that night that she went missing. Park Crest Inn Motel in Detroit, Michigan.
Motel, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, you gotta we still gotta go back to the chains on the refrigerator.
Yes.
We have to go back to, because we're just trying to give you a picture of where we're going, because aren't we going into Annette tonight?
Yes. So I think we did a good job of painting a picture.
We forgot one part about Annette and running the errands, but they
Oh,
forgot that the kids was home that day.
yeah,
They
we
didn't
did
go.
not. So yeah, there was a mix up in testimony when it came to the preliminary, y'all, because you explain it, sis. You explain it.
All right, so between Annette and Char- what's her name? Charnel. Listen, these people get on my nerves. One of the Michelin twins, right? So Annette said, wait a minute, Annette said that she went to go and pick up the kids from school. Then Sharon or Shannon, I don't know which one, what's the name? The aunt, I think it's Sharon. She said that first she said Naziah had after school program, but she felt to say, because this tags along too, because a little girl sat in jail behind Annette and Sharon too. I forgot about that. But she said that Naziah went to after school program, and they said, wait a minute, your mother testified that Naziah wasn't in after school program because there was a fight, which there was a fight. In 2023, in March of 2023, Shannon, is it Shannon or Sharon, sis?
Shannon.
Shannon had took Naziah to fight some girl. Unfortunately, Naziah had got beat up that day. Fast forward to January 11th. Shannon went and pressed charges. Shannon and Annette pressed charges on the girl. Um, 10 months ago, that little girl was sitting in jail
What?
because, yes, I found that out on 7 Mile. My loves, a lot of you can go on 7 Mile. If you didn't hear this information, you can go find out that information.
Yeah,
But
on it too since the beginning. So
absolutely. So, she actually purged herself right there because Naziah no longer goes to that after school program because
right.
you up there and you let your niece get hurt. Okay.
And how
Then,
you gonna pick up the kids when they never went to school that day?
absolutely. And then if they never went to school, who is Annette picking up with those errands?
Right.
It's just all over the place. They purged themselves. Both of them purged themselves. I'm still done where the grandmother Annette said she couldn't see that man in the courtroom because she.
Girl, family, family, y'all gotta go watch the preliminary, okay? When the
She
grandmother was asked, "Do you see Jarvis?" But keep in mind, well, we're led to believe that he was digging up in her old ass guts too. Well, now she ain't even old as hell, look, child, but she looked like it. She ain't even old as hell, child. I'm lying, but yeah, she just make me so damn mad, child.
I
But
about
he
to say, don't do that, sis. Don't do that because you know I'm gonna
old,
get
old, but child, look, she old, little girl, fuck her. But he was digging up in her too. Okay, we led to believe that as well. So it's like, child, these people got my brain. I don't even know what the fuck I was gonna say. I don't even care no more, y'all. Let's just go
we
ahead and.
we actually checked to see. We could put that in one of the questions. Was Jarvis, because it was too many things that was allowed on. Well, and that she has predatory behavior, just on what she said to Lady, which is Naziah's mom. You know, she all she's worried about is money and partying. And another thing, how can you party? A neighbor said that they partied days after Naziah was missing. So y'all just turning up and partying and not thinking about that baby?
Yep. And it's like, what's the victory for? Because you party when it's a victory, right?
Absolutely.
So they treated Naziah very badly in the house too. I want to say that before we get into everything, or till we get into the reading. Um, Jarvis is mixed race of some sort, and Shannon the mammoth. this woman is ugly, okay? And she has low self-esteem, and I think she is a little remedial in some sort as well. And he took advantage of her and other women that look just like her, okay? So
Mm.
you have this man that people will look at to be handsome, that takes advantage of these not so beautiful looking women, black women at that, with low self-esteem, just to target and get at their daughters. So he charms them just to get into the pants of their daughters because he really don't want their ussy. He wants baby ussy. Y'all hear how that sounds?
Don't even forget the babies that he creates too, because remember he always called on Naziah and Janiyah, and I just sent the picture today, and Janiyah is his child.
Yes. And speaking of his child, he gave his child, his 4-year-old child, an STD, chlamydia to be exact. I gotta drink some water.
Yeah, I had to switch over with that one.
So, um, tough, y'all. I do apologize. Trigger warning, though. I trigger warning. This is heavy, y'all. Okay. Um. So back to what I was saying. They treated Naziah very badly in this house because she was the only one, like out of the kids, that was just straight black. And quote unquote black.
Mm.
And the rest of the kids were of mixed race. So they would always make fun of her, make her feel bad for that. They would call her nappy headed. And you know what that does to you in the black community, quote unquote black community. That F's you up, especially as a kid, nappy headed and saying they have good hair. What the fuck is good hair? And so they chastised her in this house. They always called her fast, always called her grown, all this stuff. But like I said before, this is learned behavior. You know what I'm saying? And they would twerk around these kids. They would drink and party and smoke around these kids all day fucking long. Child, the only holy thing about motherfucker Annette's household was that fake ass, culty ass, weird ass shit, that scheme that she tried to play in the morning every now and again on the goddamn live stream. That was not a holy house. That was actually a house of horrors. Back to the chains on the motherfucking fridge.
Don't
She had
forget.
okay. She was very respected, actually, like a respected foster mother because she fostered a whole bunch of kids. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the 20 some odd years that she's been fostering. So
Hmm.
the what do they call the child I don't know what you want to call it. The people trusted her though. You know what I'm saying? So they would continue to send her these kids. You're not questioning why they're running away, why they're losing weight, why they're jittery and shifting, and you know what I'm saying? She damaged every single one of these kids that she came in contact with. She hated Naziah. But she got on that stand with her funky ass talking about, oh, me and Naziah had the best relationship. She knew that.
Oh,
She knew. That's the part that got me. She knew.
I
Wouldn't
just
have
thought about.
have hope. Anyway, she knew that she could always come to me about anything. She would always come to me like, Mama, I can you talk to me? I want to talk. I feel like talking. What else the bitch lie about? She said, um, oh, they said, what nickname? Do you remember any nicknames that you have for Naziah? Because y'all, they lining her up, right? They're lining all these bitches up for the trial. She was like, yes. What I loved to call her was glamorous. I'm sorry, what'd you say? Glamorous. Yeah, I love to call her glamorous. Yeah, I just called her that ever since she was a little baby, glamorous. No, you called her nappy headed ass bitch. You called her fast. You called her hoes.
Absolutely.
So just to paint a picture, that's what we're dealing with here, family. Oh, and the whole family worships her. We already said that. The daughters, you could tell there is some type of mental delay there. Um, and Jernell and Kawana are estranged family members only due to the fact that they were not
They were ops. They called
Exactly. They were ops, basically. That's what they called them. We're just using their words. They were ops because they were calling out to CPS trying to save these children. They even offered to um adopt and like they tried,
yeah, they did.
not just for Naziah but for the other children as well. And they got ostracized, and even the system was sending them threats and stuff like "do not call us again" type shit.
And a detective. Don't forget about the detective that had threatened Kawana and told her, because Naziah has a brother also, and Naziah's brother had ran away in 2023, and we have to say alleged because we was not there to cover our behinds.
Right.
Um, right. Allegedly, Annette told the brother, like, listen, you keep on running away, so you go ahead and do whatever you want to do, and I'm just going to tell the people that you stay here, and we're going to leave it at that. There's actually a video on YouTube, right, Mama? Is that what I sent you?
Yes.
Of him, because and it's very, very sad because Annette puts up this facade
Mm.
of the prey. That's why she has the wool pull over a lot of people's eyes, because people, you know, I put it to you like this: when people of the outside came in, the ship was shaked and everybody sat upright. When people left, even Mervin, because dude, I can't stand that name, Mervin, Naziah's father, said that when he used to go over there, and she is a product, unfortunately, of her father was married or he was with another woman at that time, because I believe he said in one that I watched today he wasn't married at the time, but you know she's a child of infidelity.
Yes.
But he said when Annette would call him, the house was always clean, they was always cooking, everybody was always happy. But
That
Annette had that, what goes on in this house stays in this house type energy. So I see how she was able to pull the wool over people's eyes. I see how she was able to instill fear in those children not to speak. Because when it was actually three people, it was Roxy, Janelle, and Kawana, because all three of them got put out because, as the aunt called them, ops, because they kept on calling and calling and calling. But Kawana got threatened by a detective because the aunt told the detective that Kawana was holding the boy there and trying to get him back. At that time, they was sending cops past her house. She said they was doing patrols past her house. It's just a mess.
a lot.
It's This is a vortex. It's not a tunnel. It's not a hole. We've ran into a vortex. So do you want to jump just into what we spoke about? See what was the energy before Naziah went?
Yes.
All right, let's get it.
Spirit, what was the energy in Harris's home before before her disappearance, right?
Yes, before her disappearance,
Yeah.
the energy in the home. Ooh. Oh,
You got
I got the moon in reverse.
is that like wild all outdoors?
Whew. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm gonna let your first one fall out because that fell out right on my hand.
Let me move it. This is gonna be a distraction, unfortunately. I love this cloth, but I will keep it near me. Um
That's pretty too.
Thank you. Look, not to change the subject, y'all, but look, I have not found this in over a year, and I feel like for whatever reason, Naziah wanted me to have this closed because it literally just came out of nowhere, sitting on top of my basket.
Look what was at the bottom of the deck. The Page of Cups in reverse. You know that it. I'll let you. I say I'm gonna take it. So I have the Moon in reverse and the Page of Cups in reverse, which is, I listen. I feel like Naziah was going to snitch because you know with the Moon in reverse, that's about secrets.
She
Being
did want to that counselor.
right. Anxiety was high in that house, and also it. The Page of Cups in reverse, it was sexual abuse, broken dreams, and with don't plan for tomorrow. I'm gonna keep that to myself. Woo, that hurt. I'm gonna keep that to myself, and I'm gonna wait until you draw your card, because unfortunately,
Yeah, I have Knight of Cups here. And on the bottom, I have Seven of Cups. You already know that's illusion straight out the gate.
yep. So as we said before we pulled out the cards, that as I said, Annette was showing people this one thing, but the energy in that house is showing that secrets was about to start unraveling, and it's like she. I feel like Nazara told them in a way
Yeah,
without. Mm-hmm.
Knight of Cups. I'm like we spoke back behind the scenes. Having that baby in her stomach, like I'm a mother now. I'm grown now. I know I'm 13, but I'm grown. My nigga grown. My nigga 42. My nigga got a business. Like da 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 da. I feel like there was an altercation that happened. Like she spoke up to defend herself. Like I've been trying to tell y'all to give me a plan B. I didn't want to give me a plan B. I told been telling y'all whoop de wah whim about abortions because they all knew because they were the one that set up the relationship. They knew about the relationship. The auntie would send her up there to the shop to quote unquote clean up. They knew about it. They even have text messages. Y'all, we have proof that they were ucking downstairs in the basement. Okay. So to me, this is her maturing. Like she went from the Page of Cups to the Knight of Cups. Like now, like I'm more self-aware. I know that I need to do what's best for me and this baby. I know, like, you know what I'm saying? That attitude, that emotion, like I see what the fuck is going on here. She finally spoke the fuck up.
But you know what? What I'm picking up with the moon in reverse, right? I feel like now let's go back to what we said, love bug. When she was in school, she was laid on the floor. That's where I feel like her anxiety was just so high. She's trying to hold her composure, right? And she's like, it's time for me, because she wanted, you know what? Even though she was 13, she was little. Remember that she's 5 months pregnant, so she feels this baby because allegedly it's supposed to be a baby girl. You know, we don't have any solid facts that it was, but we do know that she was pregnant. It is pictures. Actually, my daughter had showed me today.
Mhm.
But I felt like she was like, with the moon, I'm going to regain control. Like, we're not going to be deceptive anymore. I'm telling on you. So I feel like this was bubbling for like a little while, what I'm picking up. Like, let's say about a month. She was just like, no. And I felt like when she felt her baby moving and just her baby kicking, she's like, I'm gonna be a mother. And I feel like it was false hope given to her by Mr. Butts.
Yes.
Just the passion that she was seeing. So we know where it's starting off right now is that in their household they was painting illusions, but things were about to bust open, wide open, from what myself and what I was getting. It was going to come out. She was about to tell something.
We also have judgment in reverse. There you go. There you go. I'm telling.
Look, I have the Hierophant in reverse. I got the Lovers, and I had the Four of Swords in reverse. She was going to tell. She was going to come out of the little isolation with the Four Swords next to the Lovers. Yeah, she was going to go tell. She's in this relationship, and also not the Lovers card isn't just about relationship. I'm picking up the partnerships that's going on in their house. The grandmother and the aunt knowing that this baby is one in a situationship with this man, because you can't call a relationship because she's a baby,
Yes.
right? And then with the Hierophant, that's about unconventional lifestyles, right? That came out first. Yeah, the pop. She was about to tell. She was about to, but she was trying to find with the Four of Swords like the strength. to scream out and tell. But it's like she didn't feel safe with other people to tell them because let's back it up real quick. What was it last year, sis, that Naziah was talking to a person in a truck, and Naziah had told the principal, started walking over to the gate. She was talking to him through the gate at school, and Naziah had told the principal was like, "Who is this?"
My dad.
Uh-huh. And instead of calling 911, they go call Annette. So nothing, the school felt her too, because if
They
this strange man is coming and you know this is not her father,
ooh,
the authorities should be called.
right.
All right, which way are we going now?
Pick, girl, because it's so much. I have my questions here though. Okay, I guess I'll go. Why did this is in regards to Annette? Why did she wait until the next day to call the police and report her grandbaby missing? Bro, that shuffle was strong.
Oh,
Butterfinger.
again. All right. Cancel. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
So you explain yours to the people, and then I will pull my spread, and we'll do it like that.
So this I'm just gonna start off on the two cards that came out first. I have the King of Swords first, and then the next that came up was Death card.
Okay, the King of Swords is the
And
master plan.
yeah,
You know,
right, it's the truth. You know, this is the master plan trying to figure out what they're going to say, right? But also with the King of Swords, this is somebody who is intelligent, they're rational, structured. Then we say that Annette is the cookie cutter.
yeah,
So she has to put up, you know, this is crazy. This is crazy.
uh, yeah. I'm not liking this. I'm not
Yeah,
like.
and see, it's coming out to the truth. And then next to I don't like this at all. So I'm feeling, let me just say it without saying it.
Just say it. Just say it, sis. Just say it.
Because I have to say, it's so many people out here that want that baby to still be here. But in this case, I have to say no. And they knew what they did. And it's not even unfortunately, but it is unfortunately. These assholes had to get their story together.
There you go. And she's by the water, allegedly. Family, we
Alleg-
confirm or deny anything that we are saying here. This is all allegedly. This is all alleged. I have to formulate a plan. I'd be damned if I go down for this. And
Absolutely.
I start saying,
Having a wine.
fucking figure it out. To like the kids in a argument, like, I don't give a fuck, fucking figure, like in that voice,
Yep.
fucking figure it the fuck out.
Yep. That's what the Seven of Wands I got over here. She was hollering. She was screaming. You know, she's still defensive now, but she was very defensive. I felt like when she was talking even to the school police, she put up red flags, but she's trying to stand her ground like her story is right, right? But the situation is out of control.
I need to pull from my shadow deck on this one. I need some more details on this.
I just, I don't like this at all.
On the day of Naziah missing. Why did
I
she?
think I'm gonna go to, I think I'm gonna go to what's the news and see what I can get. Oh, that was my neck. Basically, she didn't call. From what I'm getting, is that they were trying to cover up the situation.
Have This is how that girl felt. Like she was not enough. Not only to Jarvis, but to her whole entire family. And she wanted to please her grandmother like everyone else. She loved her grandmother. Even when she treated her like shit, because it's like she would hold on to the precious moments that they had. Like I
Yeah,
see school movies on the screen. You know, I see pallets on the floor, kids giggling. There were good moments in the
it,
house.
there was good moments. But look at this, Mama. Look, I got Bonnie and Clyde, Ride or Die, Us
What
Against the World, partnership.
girl? And I got frustrated in a relationship, lack of confidence, self sabotage, fear, figo issues. That already shows a dominant a relationship where one's just overly dominant and one's overly submissive, and also have jealousy.
I pick up that comes from because you know what? I know this might be a little bit cringy, but we have to throw it out there. What was Jarvis's relationship with Annette?
You wanna go?
No, you go first. I'm about to shuffle. Let me see what Jarvis's relationship was with.
We appreciate y'all. If y'all have not hit that like button, please hit it for us. This is crazy, y'all. This is just all too much. What was Jarvis's and Annette Harris's? What was Jarvis but in Annette Harris's relationship? Did they have a sexual relationship? I'm gonna just ask that. Did they have a sexual relationship? Did they have a sexual relationship at all? Half the whole deck going now. I ain't trying to get half the deck now.
You sound like this is crazy.
So the magician in reverse. I mean, that's a no.
Yep, I got double no over here.
So they wasn't fucking.
Nope, they wasn't fucking. Let me tell you what I get. So I have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and I have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So basically, she was just like where he could lay his head at, right? And also to where he could do his bidding. I'll say it like that.
And
Where
there's money involved as well.
yes, uh-huh,
So yeah, I don't have no problem with your boyfriend that slide through it. I mean, he get us drunk.
yep,
He, he always doing this and that. He give me money. He give
yep.
you them kids is fed, them kids is clothed, them kids. That's a good man,
Because
Sabrina.
you know what, you know what. But listen to this. For my love bugs who don't know, is that Jarvis was even buying Nazaya's feminine stuff because she was telling him when she needed feminine products like her pads and etc. So he was the coin in there. So they was actually able to keep their money in their pocket. And Jarvis was spending his money on doing basically what he was doing to those children. But Annette and Jarvis, this just knocked me over my feet because I swore that Annette was dipping in his jar, but no.
The way she pussy popping and backpedaling for this nigga.
So you remember what you said to me? And this was behind the scenes, my love, that and a lot of people actually said this too, is that Annette is basically trying to cover for her daughter because she wasn't sleeping with him.
Because she knows her daughter was involved. Now it makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. And now that we're looking at it spiritually, yeah, she was
Allegedly.
allegedly. As we said, this is for entertainment purposes only. Everything is alleged to cover our butts, but allegedly. All right, which way you want to go now? So we know that Annette wasn't. We already know that things was not good in their house. That allegedly Naziah was going to tell, and they didn't call the police because They had to get their story together.
Okay. Did Annette participate in the disappearance of Nasiah? And I want you to go first this time, okay?
All right. Did Annette participate in the disappearance of Messiah? Did Annette participate in the disappearance of Huh. I got the Eight of Cups. You know what the Eight of Cups is about? Abandonment, walking away. No. Does she know? I believe yes. But it's saying that she didn't do it per se.
Hold on. My bad, sis. I had to go. My bad, family. I had to go grab an incense. Um,
Now look, did she have anything to do with it per se? That day of like harming Naziah? No. But she's helping covering it up. But I felt like also that I'm picking up from this, Annette might jump ship on it because the block is high.
girl, she moved.
She did move, and also the Eight of Cups is about traveling, moving, but allegedly I'm getting a no. She did not harm Naziah, so we know where that's going. What are you getting?
Participate. Did Annette participate?
I have.
Oh, girl, when I cut, guess what card I seen? I really want you to guess. When I cut the deck, guess what card was there?
Listen, we're not going to do Where's Waldo. Don't do that to me.
Oh, the High Priestess. Upright. She knows what happened to that fucking baby.
Yeah, she knows. Remember, I told you she knows, but she wasn't. She didn't do it.
Come through, spirit. Come on. I'm not even fucking. I'm not even.
That's the moon.
The moon and the King of Swords
Uh,
reverse.
so, like we said, she didn't do it, but she helped.
She has some dealings allegedly. The Emperor in reverse. Come to, okay, spirit. What are these cards you want us to see?
Let me.
The Page of Swords.
What?
And you know the Page of Swords. You can like this could be that energy of like foul ass.
Oh, look at this.
Nobody
So
ass. You
this is telling why she did it. The Empress in reverse, the insecurities. They did it because of her being pregnant.
absolutely the page. She's the page right here.
Yeah. And then the disharmony and the negligence that they were doing. She's too far along. Who's the father? So basically, you know what? They need to see. They need. Remember when I told you this behind the scenes where they need to check Annette's where she was at that day. Those errands that she ran. What did she go pick up?
Who did you pick up when your kids were at home? The kids didn't even go to. She didn't even send them to school that day. They did not attend that school
Nope.
on January 9th, 2024.
Nope.
So where did she go? What were the errands that she ran?
Let's see. You want to shuffle on that? What errands did she run? Oh, I'll take it. It's a lot, but I'll take it. And you see what jumps out first, right? Look in your screen.
I'm looking. The devil.
Yep. Oh, you was absolutely right.
What?
You was right. So with the devil, right? You got about so with the devil, it's just not about addictions and depression. It's about egos, right? Secrecy. So I believe that Annette, because transition, so let's move on into common water. She's helping them, I believe, allegedly, right? And then I have the Five of Cups. That's about moving forward, moving on for their hardships, Naziah. right? And they had to be creative with the Knight of Cups. So that day, I believe this heifer over here, the heifer of the devil, went to go pick up whatever they needed, their
Yeah.
odds and ends, to do whatever they had to do.
Mhm. Yep. Yep.
Because it's too much of you got the devil transitioning, moving on, moving forward. Naziah is like their pain in the behind, their hardships, their negative change in circumstances, their
Oh
loss.
no, sis.
Go ahead. What you get?
Family, I'm so sorry, y'all. Allegedly, look, sis, I
Oh wow. We can't make this up.
let me tell y'all something, okay? This this was planned, allegedly. Now, this is my theory, and we'll pull on it. We will pull on the energy, but my theory before even pulling on it is that they did not intentionally want to kill her, but they were trying to abort that baby illegally. And whatever they was doing,
Mm-hmm.
working with knives and medicines they ain't got no business knowing, and clamps and pussy clamp and openers and shit. This is what I'm seeing in my head, y'all.
Yep.
And they fucked up. They fucked up. And she started bleeding excessively. And I think I'm getting something. I'm getting something like with her breathing. Like I don't know if she seized, like started having a seizure, but something happened. It went wrong. It went wrong. Like plan B. Oh fuck, now she's dead.
I
Now
had
we gotta
order
figure out something. And this is them.
luck, but look what came out with me. The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is about being crafty, creative, right? Taking action. They had to jump in. Like this is sad, and it's sad that it's a lot of people, and it breaks my heart because it's a lot of people who unfortunately are still hoping that this baby was sex trafficked and she's still out there.
Hold on, let me make sure my cards is right.
This is sick. This is sick. Like they messed up, and I feel like you see how people are running around like in a chaotic panic. I see it's phones now. They're stupid, but they're smart. Calls being made, but it's not on the calls like the phones, like burner phones. Let's say it like that.
Who still sells burner phones? I know you can get
Walmart,
Walmart.
Best Buy, Target. If they have the little technology stores, some of them have them. It's a lot of places, but I bet my bottom dollar if they trace and they ping a Nets Move It that day, they will come up with more answers to the questions that they have.
There was some type of, and that you remember, sis, when we pulled behind the scenes, and I pulled behind because I had an England family that there was some type of substance or something used. You know what I'm saying? Because we
Yeah.
got to. He came out the hotel, and Naziah did not. So what did she come out of? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're not just carrying around and I hate to be vulgar like this, but you're not carrying around a long ass fucking tomb for the body. So what you had to, I hate to be vulgar again, but fold her up or divvy her up or something to put her in something, right? Or I mean, did somebody else take her? Is there a tunnel somewhere? I mean, my mind is going everywhere because where the fuck is she?
But do you remember what we both heard? Now, like you don't know, my loves, that what we say in the back, right? But remember, I kept on hearing lime. You heard acid.
Acid.
This is alleged. If he can come outside of that hotel with just him himself within the time range that he was in that hotel. If you lose acid, lime, you put it in that tub. Come on, family, do just think.
And he had his baby mamas. Well, not his baby mama. Sorry, his fiance. That he did not sleep over at her house a full night. He would leave at 2 a.m. child and park his car at the end of the street. I don't know who does that with their fiance. But yeah, anyway, his fiance, he grabbed his fiance's car, which is another Willie Mammoth. They all look like Willie Mammoth's daughters, okay? And he told her when he returned the car back, don't say nothing to nobody. You didn't see me here. Just clean out the car.
Mm-hmm.
Wipe everything down, he told her.
And a recorded phone call in
On
jail.
the
And
recorded line. Because like the dumb bitch this bitch is. On a recorded line. And he told the homeboy, sorry, family, forgive me. Y'all know how I am. Look, I'm passionate, hell.
mm-hmm.
The homeboy, the business partner, he gonna call him on a recorded line from jail. It's just giving a Lee Heo all over again. Just dumb ass shit. On a recorded you are on a recorded line. Thank you for using Securus. Oh yeah, hey bro, can you get that phone that's tucked up under there in the seat? Then you gotta go around here and then you gotta open up the glove department, then you gotta reach in the back to the left, and then bitch ass nigga. And then
Yep.
here's the friend. Oh, yeah, I got you, bro. You good? You need anything else, bro? I'm gonna need you to send me some money, bro. You got to send me some money. Is you a dumb ass nigga or is you a dumb ass nigga? Tell me that you was a dumb ass nigga without telling me you a dumb ass nigga.
Well, you know what? Now that we're on Cordell, because we're still in the beginning, because we haven't gone full length on all of them. Do you want to see what Cordell knew?
Yes.
So, how do you want to word that? See if he knows anything about Nazia's disappearance.
Okay, so Cordell, this is what we need. Okay, the people need to understand that Cordell was
I
with
told him because Cordell asked him, "Don't you think you should take her home because she was a distraction?"
right. And he said when they pulled up to the shop that he was out there hanging out with her for a while. But before all that happened, Nazia rode with them to pick up the Jaguar and go to O'Reilly's and wherever else that they went. So he was with her all that time.
Yep.
So it's not like he don't know nothing. And then what kind of conversations were had? What, you know what I'm saying? I just have so many fucking questions. I just have I just have so many fucking questions.
So, where do you want to
So
start?
what I would say is,
What's his part that he played in?
yeah, the girl, yeah, because
Part that Cordell, aka King, played in Nazia's disappearance. All right, let's get it.
did he know anything? Did he
You want to know, did Cordell know anything about?
Yeah. Or did he have any involvement? I guess that's good, girl. Look, my
Mine done jumped out already.
card in reverse when I was cutting the deck. We got the
I'll
moon.
take it. It jumped out before I can even finish, so I'll take it. I tell you, he did not know.
What do you have jump out?
I got the chariot upright.
Oh, I got the knight of pentacles. The knights of pentacles. My bad. He did not know, but he was aware of his he knew his business partner wasn't really shit because we talked about this in the background as well. They had a falling out, y'all, in the past. King and Jarvis, okay? They've owned two shops together before, or maybe they worked at Frank's together, and then
Mm-hmm.
now they have this shop together, type of thing. So they've known each other for years. They had a falling out. No one's aware of what the falling out was about, but I'm I have an inkling to believe that it had to do with him and all this fuckery he be doing with all these minors.
I'm going to agree with that because with the chariot, that's overcoming obstacles, right?
Yeah.
Now Cordell, he's been working with Jarvis for some years since he got out, right? So he already knows that the obstacles with with the obstacles with Jarvis is messing with, as the judge said, young women and boys. Because unfortunately, back in 2013, Jarvis had posted a book, March of 2013. He had posted something on Facebook, and it was very explicit about men actually asking what man wanted to run up in his. So
he, he said
I I'm trying to figure out how to word this, but let me tell you, Cordell knew a lot about Jarvis's fuckery. Let me just say it like that. He was not
he turned
he
a blind eye.
right. That's what it says. Now, did he know about Jarvis unaliving Naziah? He knew a lot. He knew a lot. He covered up a lot for him too.
Yes, he did. Here's the thing. I I'm gonna be real with you. I think he knew about that abortion.
Let
He
me
he didn't know that. I mean, nobody knew she was gonna die.
Now that's one thing I had to stop shuffling. That's one thing that we did agree on in the beginning, that they was just trying to, the whole bit of the situation was trying to get that baby out of, I shouldn't even say that baby, God forgive me, the baby out of Naziah. That was their whole thing. They was trying to put it, they was trying to figure out the trick in the bag to get rid of the baby. She was already showing. Um, Cordell knew that she was, he's seen her. Anybody who's seen those recent videos that have just been popping up, that belly is bellying.
He knew. Look, let me turn the brightness up so y'all can see. He knew, but his mindset was that ain't my child. That really that's his piece. You know what I'm saying? That really ain't my business. Here with the with the King of Cups in reverse and the Six of Cups upright.
Look, so Cordell is about making his money. Ooh, Cordell is like about making his money, his business. He's trying to be patient with him, right? So he did know, like she said, he had a lot of anxiety with this too, with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. He's like, look, and also he's looking at Jarvis like he messed up. This is a bad investment. I mean, you heard me.
Pointed in him. Yep. I'm taking a quick bathroom break, family. I'm here though. Okay.
Go ahead. So Cordell is looking at it this like, I know what's going on, but let me turn my head and mind my business. I have to make my money. I'm trying to be patient with this situation, but his anxiety was sky high. I also feel like Cordell was about to get out of that business. It was about to be another argument. I felt
Yeah. I keep going back to excuse me, family. I would keep going back to when he was like, she needs to go. She's a distraction. He was already irritated that this little girl was around because here we go again.
look, because he felt like the Knight of Wands in reverse. You're arrogant, you're reckless, you play too much, you're loud, you're show off. You don't have no problem with showing people these children, and you keep on having this little girl down at our shop. You know your accusations. You know, what is it called? Megan's Law? You're on Megan's Law, but he was trying to be patient as possible. But I feel it in my gut that Cordell was going to move his self away because he's about his money. And these kids being around inside of, whew,
And
being a,
bad, but he's like in his mind, he's like, I mean, I might, throw a woman around or bang her around a couple times, but I ain't touching no kids.
Yep. He was very his. Let me tell you, he knew a lot. He turned his eye to a lot, but he was like, "Listen, this ain't cool." Let me say this. If you go back, my love bugs, if you go back to Cordell's statement on the stand, he knew more than what he testified. Myself and Ami talked about it behind scenes, just by the way he was saying, because this is another one that said they didn't see Jarvis in the courtroom.
Yeah. Girl, he sure did. Y'all, him, Cordell, and Miss Annette, child, they try to act like they didn't not see Jarvis in the courtroom. Child, you see that nigga. Stop playing.
They was all deaf, blind, couldn't see nothing. Everybody was Ray Charles that day. But I just see him like he's like this was not, and I feel like Jarvis with the Knight of Wands, like Jarvis told him that he was going to stop having her down at that shop. Hence why that King has said, aka Cordell has said, she's a distraction with the chariot coming out. She's an obstacle. She's a problem. But he didn't
Right.
have any
Getting in
self.
the way of the money. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. He didn't have that focus with it's just too much. You know what? It's too many people in this whole situation of knowing what's going on. So we can say that all these adults, I have to still say alleged because, spiritually you can't take that in court because people say you're crazy. But on the spiritual side, allegedly, these people's eyes were wide open to what was going on with Jarvis and this little girl, all the adults involved. The only one that I will give the pass to is Jarvis's sister
Yes.
because she did side eye and she had to go to the bathroom, but she did follow that baby down. Well, she didn't follow her. She just went down to the store at the same time that Jarvis' sister went to the store because she had to pee. But this is unfortunate. So on our side, on our investigation, now we don't have to worry. We don't have to should could have woulda anymore and say, did these people know about what's going on? Allegedly, they all knew what was going on. Now I feel like our part two, when we get into it, what role did they play in it? We already have Annette's. Um, I don't know. I'll see how you feel about it. What else do you want to cover tonight? Because I feel like as far as the rest of their involvements and what they knew and what's being covered up, we should do that another day. What else do you want to see as we're starting this just for one day? Because I don't want to
I
tire us out.
yeah, I think because I definitely want to talk to you about a couple of things this evening
Absolutely.
as well, about what we're gonna do moving forward. Let's well, because Jarvis, that's gonna be a whole broadcast in its
Yeah.
own. I pull before we leave out of here tonight. This is what I want to end asking:
Mm-hmm.
was 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 Naziah aware of? Hold on, give me a second, sis, and I want to word that differently. Did Naziah trust this, like her family, to this abortion process? Did she trust them?
You know what?
Did she have a feeling that something was going to go wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like, was she aware of the actual getting an abortion that day? Because this was an illegal abortion, allegedly.
Absolutely.
So she what if she thought that her and Jarvis was just going to an actual place? Like maybe he told her he was going to take her out of town or something, or the town over or something. You
All
get
right.
what I'm
So you want to start? Did let's just end it like this. Did Nazaya know that Jarvis or whoever was going to perform that abortion, allegedly.
Yes.
All right, let's get it.
And then we will close out with this question, everyone.
The eyes are getting heavy. Nazaya know.
Okay. Six of Cups.
I
She knew. She trusted them.
look the partnership, the Three of Cups.
Wow. Everybody was in agreement allegedly to try and get this baby out of Naziah that day.
Yeah, and also the Three of Cups is about baby celebrations. Like they was
And,
anticipating this.
wow. And
They,
Six of Cups is a family card as well, you know.
yep,
So
it is.
and look, it's wow. Come through
The
spirit.
the,
It's a
the
little baby
oh,
bell thingy thing
I'm looking at it.
at her feet.
So allegedly, she knew. I feel like she had confidence in them that everything was going to be all right. I feel like when she was on that floor, and I could just see her on the floor, like laying in the floor, balled up. She didn't want to get rid of that baby, but they did talk to her allegedly about this was going to happen this day. They was very, very clear. I feel like when she was in school and said she needs to talk to somebody,
That
she,
counselor, she wanted to change her mind.
but unfortunately, the counselor, and you know what? It doesn't just fall on the counselor this day. This falls on the principal, the vice principal, the nurse, because it doesn't. When a child asks to speak to an adult about a situation, everybody adult that's higher up should have found out what was wrong with their baby. So it's a lot of people who failed her that day.
I got some cards I flipped over. Did this one flip over too? No.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yep, we're at an hour and 37 minutes. We're doing great on time. Okay.
Hmm.
So we have unconditional love that popped out here, self love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. This is how she felt for Jarvis.
I'm gonna
Then
pull
this is
other.
Jarvis, sabotage, rebuilding, hmm. interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it.
Desire. How does it feel about? I got habits. I don't know if I will ever change.
Mm. Repetitive, Ashe,
I'm still trying to heal.
persistent.
Love, and I'm gonna pull. Oh, I seen that. What was this?
And this is just showing her innocence. And look, it's even a child in this card.
Look at this one. Reunion. We will always come back to each other.
Wow.
So he promised this baby.
A
uh,
lot.
He promised her a hell of a lot. And with the self love, right? You see how this woman has her hand over her. I feel like when she was on that floor, this is how she was feeling like.
Mm.
That's why it's there. But she's dealing with somebody that has, and she knew his bad. She knew, the bad, nasty things that, Nazaya was 13, but she was, look, this was at the bottom of the deck. Escape. I left when things got hard.
Hmm.
So that tells us that that day she was trying to back out of
Yes.
this. That,
Look, change mind. She changed her mind. This is the Four of Cups in reverse. She changed her. She was changing her mind back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
I feel like she was frightened because she would look at how she was singing. And my loves, you have to go look it up online. That baby, she was singing, which, listen, she was throwing shots at her aunt, but she was telling her, we're going to have a pretty baby.
Yep.
She wanted her baby. She wanted her baby. She didn't want to get rid of that baby, and she was crying out to stop these cups.
Now, okay, sis.
But
Got the Six of Cups, the Hierophant, Four of Cups in reverse, Six of Pentacles in reverse. She did not want to get rid of that baby, and they were the Hierophant. This is a figure that's in charge,
yeah,
right? This is the what's the word I'm looking for? The authoritative figure.
absolutely. And that's the second time that the Hierophant came out. My
So
in
this was
reverse, yours
reinforced. No, they're
upright.
going to do this.
Yep. I
You
felt.
ain't having no motherfucking baby. I already got a motherfucking baby by his ass, little bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse my
And
language.
and my loves. Remember, I don't know if you know. Whoever doesn't know, Annette. I mean, not Annette. Shannon and Naziah was pregnant at the same
At
time.
the same time. At the same time. And I believe Naziah was further along than her.
Yes, she was. Because Naziah would have had the baby first.
Okay. Before we leave out of here, family, does anyone have a question? We will take one question before leaving out of here. If anybody has a question in regards to baby girl Naziah Harris, okay, and then we'll go ahead and get on up out of here.
Can you see the questions, Mama?
Yeah, yep, I can see the comment section. Can you?
Mm-mm.
Click on the comments tab.
All right, now I can see it.
Okay.
This is crazy. You know what?
This is a
You know what? Some of the things that we thought is spun us on top of our head.
yeah, that child, I'm not gonna lie. I was looking at Cordell like, nigga, you was probably taking your turn with her, all that. You know what
But
I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I did. I'm like birds of a feather.
get fresh flock together. But you know what? I have to say it like this, and we have to be honest about this whole situation. With him turning his blind eye, you're just as guilty as the rest of them.
Got the tower card. Absolutely.
Now, did he touch her? No, because we thought that he was playing the field too. But he's like, listen, I beat up on women. I don't sleep with kids. So when he said she was a distraction, also he knew that that situation was situating, right?
Mhm.
Could there have been a stall tactic on trying to get her out of there?
Yes, I believe so. Also, this is random, but Jarvis's dick is disgusting. He has multiple diseases. There with that tower card coming out there. King of Pentacles.
Yep, that does represent diseases. We have any questions, my loves?
I don't see any questions in the comment section, y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming out and being with us tonight as we go down this dark
Or
and hollow child cave. This is a lot. We're screaming justice for Naziah Harris,
absolutely.
and right along with a lot of other amazing content creators who have banded together, and we're all screaming her name until we need a body, we need an explanation, we need a verdict, we need justice.
Yes, especially with Sharon and Annette, they need to be behind bars, and I stand on that.
And child, y'all, we told y'all a lot, but just wait till we get there to
Deeper.
really to all of our questions about Shan and every. I mean, y'all, we have pages and pages and pages. So this is just part one. Um, we will be back in a few days. Just pay attention to the community board. This is a lot. It takes a lot of energy, so we won't be coming every day, y'all. This is a lot. We've been losing a lot of sleep. This is very traumatic. Um, Speaking for myself, I
I'm
have been through a lot of similar things, and this weighed down on me hard. I feel obligated. You
I'm
know,
with you. I am with you.
So, do you have any last words, Bigo Tarot? I appreciate you so much for blessing and gracing my channel with
Are
your
you?
beautiful spirit.
I thank everybody for coming to see us, and stay tuned because this is just part one. This is just the beginning, and we're just touching the surface. We're gonna ride this till the wheels fall off.
I do have Miss Bigo Tarot's info in the description box below, and also my info. If you guys want to reach us, if you would like to book a tarot reading, donate, anything, our websites and everything that you need to know, child, to get connected with us is down in that description box below. That's all we have for now, and I will catch y'all on the next one in a minute.